what I wanted to share today is a topic about sleep. Many of my patients have anxiety, depression, they have a very, very active mind, including myself. I have a very active mind, particularly at the end of the day when things have just been going in the flow, just going super fast, super efficient, and it's not until we stop that the mind is very present because the body has stopped. It's started to wind down and relax. So when the winding up takes a while to wind down, and we sometimes we don't even stop to wind down, or I don't, until like 10, sometimes 11 o'clock at night, and that process needs to be efficient and compressed to get a really good night's sleep for the next day. Particularly in a capital city like Sydney, things just get thrown at us every day. Opportunities, meetings, social things, constantly things are just flowing, and it takes energy to either push them away or to try and juggle them and manage them. So this is what I do when I cannot sleep and my mind is super wired. I lay down, I do a body scan, so I become aware of the present moment. So just noticing myself as I am without trying to change anything at this stage. So I'm laying down, I'm becoming aware of my breath. What is my breath doing? Just noticing, is it shallow? Is it quick? Is it slowing down as I'm laying there? And then the mind is like, oh, well, we have to do this, and what about this, and check your messages, and what about the idea for tomorrow, and all of these things that my mind wants to solve. It wants to be efficient and get ahead and get things done. So I acknowledge the mind, I negotiate with my mind, and I say, okay, so all of these things are valid, so thank you for bringing them to my attention, but right now it's time to rest. So what we're going to do is do those things tomorrow. So I might even jot down 2-3 things that are super important, but then come back and keep noticing the breath. So I'm laying down, I've already decided that I'm not going to solve any more problems, and I just want to wind down and sleep. So taking a few deep breaths in through the belly and through the upper chest, in through the nose, out through the mouth, breathing in a slow circular motion, so breathing out slightly longer than I breathe in for, and noticing the pauses in between my breaths rather than just doing it efficiently one by one. So just noticing the pause, and again flowing in and flowing out. And then the mind comes in, it's like, what are you doing? This is boring, and it starts to take me away from what I'm doing because it doesn't find it challenging enough. And then I also negotiate with my mind, even if I wake up at like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning and I'm completely awake and it's super frustrating because I need the sleep. So then what I do is, okay, so I have another 4 or 5 hours or 3 hours before I get up. So, and I cannot sleep. So rather than choosing to be frustrated about it and say, and really try to get to sleep, I switch the perspective, and then I say to myself, or I say to my mind that's judging it, is, how good is this? We still have another 3 or 4 hours of rest. I'm still resting. I don't have to get up. I can just enjoy this. I can even read my book if I want to. I can just, sit here and do my breathing exercises, or I can just enjoy doing nothing. Because when I get up in a few hours, then it all starts going and pumping again. So I'm still laying there, but the only difference is that I'm less frustrated, and I'm just grateful that I have a little bit of time for myself to lay there and relax. The body is still resting. So rather than switching the mind on and thinking of the things that I'm going to solve or plan for the day, which is switching on the forebrain, the prefrontal cortex, it's still resting, still going in that meditation stage, which is like when we're daydreaming, we're going to that meditative state. So I just choose to daydream at that time, even though it's early in the morning. So use it as an opportunity. So when I cannot sleep or I'm feeling a little bit anxious, just coming back to the present moment. Anxiety is about, worrying about the future, and depression is not being able to let go of the past. So I just bring those two into the midline of the present moment right now, regardless whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable. I try and bring it as tightly as I can, doing what I can to calm down my nervous system, and just breathe, relax, and observe and notice the physical sensation. Bring yourself back into the physical body, which takes you out of the mind.